Students, once again welcome to our history class. With the last video, we had started with the chapter 8 Civil Disobedience Movement. Today, in this video, we will continue this chapter and also end our chapter 8 Civil Disobedience Movement. So let's revise what we learned with the previous video. In the previous video, we learned about the meaning of Civil Disobedience Movement, Gandhi March, the Peshawar Satyagraha, Solapur Satyagraha, Dharasana Satyagraha, sacrifice of Babu Genu. Students, I hope all of you have read, watched the video and understood the concept. Quickly revising about the civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement was started by Mahatma Gandhi. It is a movement to start when anybody has to ignore or not to follow any new rule or law passed by the British government. So when the British government decided to have or impose heavy taxes on the most common commodity in our food, that is salt, Mahatma Gandhi decided to launch a civil disobedience movement. With this movement was started, people all over India did not follow the new rules and laws made by the government. That is called as civil disobedience movement. Let us see what we will study in this today's video. We will study about the features of civil disobedience movement, Roundtable Conference, First Roundtable Conference, Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Second Roundtable Conference, Pune Pact, Third Roundtable Conference, and second phase of civil disobedience movement. So let's get started with today's video. We'll first understand the features of civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement was a nationwide movement. Nationwide movement means people from rural and urban areas participated in this movement. That means people from the villages of India as well as cities of India together participated in this movement. Therefore, it was called as nationwide movement. Women's participation. Women all over the world, India, took part into this movement. Men and women were considered equal, and therefore women also participated in such type of civil disobedience movement. And the third feature is movement based on complete non-violence. People fought bravely against the Britishers. You will understand that when Mahatma Gandhi came to fight against the Britishers, he gave the most important value of non-violence. That is, not to fight, rather fight with the words. So no physically fights took place in this movement, but people fought against the Britishers very bravely using peace and non-violence ways. These were the three important features of the civil disobedience movement started by Mahatma Gandhi. Roundtable Conference. From the name itself, you will understand that a conference is a meeting, and when it is said as roundtable conference, that means people sit on a round table so that everybody get a chance to discuss or to put forth their views or opinions. That is called as roundtable conference. British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald thought of solving the constitutional issues of India, and for that reason, he started or organized a conference in London which was called as Roundtable Conferences. From the period of 1930 to 1932, within these 2 years, the number of conferences that took place between Britishers and India were 3. First Roundtable Conference. In the first Roundtable Conference, Ramsay MacDonald, the Prime Minister of British that time, was the chairman of this meeting, and representatives of England and India participated in this meeting or in the conference. The people from India who participated in this conference were Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Satej Bahadur Sapru, and Barrister Jinnah. These are 3 important people who participated as Indians in the first Roundtable Conference that took place in London under the chairmanship of Ramsay MacDonald. Discussions on the topic which took place in the conference were responsible government. All the people or all the Indians who participated in this conference put forth the important topic of having a responsible government for India and establishment of federal states. These two were the important points that the Indians wanted from the Britishers. First was responsible government. That means the country of India should have a responsible government, including the Indians in the government, and establishment of federal states. These were the two important points discussed in the first roundtable conference, which took place in London. Indian National Congress did not participate, and because of that reason, the first roundtable conference proved meaningless. The people who were there into the INC did not participate in the first roundtable conference because Mahatma Gandhi was arrested and he was in the prison. INC had put a demand in front of the Britishers that if you do not release Mahatma Gandhi from the prison or from the jail, we will not participate in the first roundtable conference. And since he was not released from the jail, INC did not participate, and because of that, the first roundtable conference proved meaningless. Next is Gandhi-Irving Pact. British Prime Minister expressed his hope of participation of INC. British Prime Minister wanted the people of Indian National Congress to participate in the meeting or in the conference, and because of that reason, he released Mahatma Gandhi from the jail. A pact between Mahatma Gandhi and Irvine was signed, which was called as Gandhi-Irvine Pact. Irvine is one of the British officer, and therefore, on telling of because Irvine told Gandhiji was released from the prison, and because of that reason, once Mahatma Gandhi came out of the jail, they both of them signed a contract or a treaty was signed, which was called as Gandhi-Irvine Pact. British assured responsible government for India, and INC agreed to participate in the roundtable conference. So, a contract was signed between Mahatma Gandhi and Irvine, which was called as Gandhi-Irvine Pact, and with this contract, the Britishers agreed a responsible government for India, and with this, INC, including Mahatma Gandhi, also decided or agreed to participate in the roundtable conference. Second roundtable conference, Mahatma Gandhi attended as INC representative. Issues related to minorities were discussed. Opinions did not match. Mahatma Gandhi discussed the issue of minorities or the religions in India, and these issues did not get solved, and Mahatma Gandhi was disappointed and returned back to India. Pune Pact. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar represented Dalits. Dalits are the people who were considered as extremely low caste people in India. They were considered as untouchable or were not allowed to stay in a common society. Those were called as Dalit. He demanded separate electorates for Dalits. Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar wanted to have separate elections for the Dalits. Prime Minister British Ramsay MacDonald declared communal awards. Something called as communal awards were declared. With this communal awards, the separate elections or electorates for Dalits was announced, and Dalits were given separate rights for the elections. 1932, Babasaheb Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi signed a Pune Pact. Since the Dalits were given separate rights for the elections, Mahatma Gandhi was extremely disappointed, and he went on fast for granting separate electorates for Dalits. Because for Mahatma Gandhi, Dalits were not different. He wanted Dalits to be included in the common society. He did not wanted people of India to be separated based on caste or creed. And that was the reason why Babasaheb Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi signed the Pune Pact in 1932. And with this, the separate electorates for Dalits got cancelled, and Dalits were included in the common society. Third Roundtable Conference. It was organized in England, and again Indian National Congress boycotted, hence it proved invalid because the Britishers also wanted the people of Indian National Congress to take part in this conference. INC did not take part in the third Roundtable Conference, and ultimately it got cancelled or meaningless. Second phase of civil disobedience movement. Gandhiji wanted to restart civil disobedience movement. Hence, he was arrested. Since he was arrested, people all over the country Since Gandhiji was arrested, people all over India were unhappy with the decision of the Britishers and they started to have discontent among the people of India. Because people started to have discontent among the people of India, Britishers, as a result of this, they declared INC, Indian National Congress, as illegal. Restrictions were put on newspapers and literature that was spread all over India. People in India were not allowed to sell or read newspapers because that was the only source for the people of India to spread the news or whatever was happening in the country of India. Britishers did not want the news or people of India to get aware what was happening in the country of India, and because of that reason they put restrictions or they stopped newspapers and literature means various books and magazines in the country of India. On April 1934, Mahatma Gandhi withdrew this movement, and with this civil disobedience movement came to an end. Students, with this we realize that Mahatma Gandhi stopped the civil disobedience movement because they did not want to rather increase the fight against the Indians and the Britishers, because they realized that if we started civil disobedience movement, Britishers were unhappy with this and there was lot of chaos and fight would have taken place between Indians and the Britishers. Students, I hope with this video we have ended our chapter 8 of history, civil disobedience movement. I hope the video and lesson is clear to you. I request all of you to please watch the video and solve the assignment. The next video onwards, we will begin the new chapter, chapter 9 of history. Thank you.